As educators, we need to notice signs that should not be ignored. Anybody avoiding eye contact, having an aversion to even a small touch, not smiling in Welcome to the 13th episode of Shiksha Sarathi. Our session today is on the importance of mental wellness and can be connected to the Manomaya Kosh or the mind layer. In the last episode, we spoke about holistic wellness very close to the Mental Health Day. So I thought I must combine the two and talk about them in connecting episodes as they are so closely interrelated. The perspective I share today is from the point of view of an educator and why mental well-being is so important to understand better. Awareness is the first step to acknowledging that mental health needs an environment and a deeper understanding to heal, because many times we are not consciously associating ailments or responses, reactions with this aspect of life. And we are seeing growing signs of physical health issues faced by young children, adolescents and adults. And are we connecting it to the right source? So it takes someone special to deal with special situations and special people. As these episodes are in public domain, we have to share them with a sense of responsibility and reiteration of the fact that these short episodes are triggers, they're catalysts, and we have a long way to go to study and understand each of the chosen concepts, and in this case, mental wellness. Emotional well-being is how you feel, manage and express your emotions. One of the curriculum goals mentioned in the NCF is that children develop emotional intelligence, that is, the ability to understand and manage their own emotions and respond positively to social norms and the environment. Mental health can be defined as a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life in general, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, contributing to their community. It's an integral component of health and well-being that underpins that our individual and collective abilities to make decisions, build relationships, and shape the world we live in is so important. Mental health is a basic human right, and it is crucial to personal, community, and socio-economical development. Talking about mental health can also encourage people to seek support with a little more ease. The barriers can be fear of social stigma, inadequate resources and funds, faith in just local healers and not really seeking professional help, environmental factors, lifestyle, changed family settings, and even genetics. So why address this as educators? Well, people and children are exposed to bullying, traumas, molestation and different situations, and it's good to help everyone to understand that their reactions can be dealt with. So where do we start? Well, everyone, and especially children, understand when you offer them concrete explanations, giving them clear understanding of situations and letting them know that you are listening. Listening and never breaking the communication link, giving the consistent support required is very, very important. And some facts and myths around mental health very quickly. So mental health is a part of everyone. It can be changed. It's very important. It's real and goes unnoticed many times. It is not a sign of weakness. It is not all in the head and can be controlled by people. It is not something to be hidden or be ashamed of. And it is not something that people can just snap out of. You have to work towards it. Today, the internet is playing a large role, and not only with children but caregivers, where people are seeking help. And the upside is that the system has recognized this part and gives access to people finding help. but also may lead to generically dealt situation when you actually need a one-to-one support and care. So as any social media has its ups and downs, it must be used with the caution that we use for anything really important in our lives. It could be seen in 3 simple stages: the basic disturbances, small instances in the day-to-day life that may disturb people and can be handled by people in the environment around them. The personal part, spending time with family, with the environment, with classrooms, with teachers, planning circle times, digital-free chats, mindful connects, encouraging slightly older children to journal and express their feelings in their own words at their own pace. The physical front, which we talked about, where you talk about good routines, food, meals, exercise, a reassuring hug, a simple encouraging pat, rhythms, patterns, and play can be so important to really help anyone in this situation. Psychological, the meditation, the pauses, the small group interactions, and then we go to the disorders that can be a consolidation of these disturbances and experiences, and the traumas that will need professional help, and then the disease that are caused by biochemical imbalances and neurological disorders. As educators, we need to notice signs that should not be ignored. Anybody avoiding eye contact, having an aversion to even a small touch, not smiling in situations calling for such a response, not showing remorse or regret in just being quiet, unwarranted behavior, not having an emotional reaction, wanting to be left alone, being unable to express care, anger, forms of tantrum, passive-aggressive behavior, lack of interest in playing games or with toys or with people. How do we react to insomnia, complaints of headache, weak immune system, lack of hunger, listlessness, continuous complaints of fatigue and tensed muscles? All this could have its roots somewhere else. So as a community of educators, we need to set a day-to-day routine where the exercise, music, meditation, yoga, sleep, wellness practices are encouraged right from the beginning to give the mental wellness a sound foundation. And it is of utmost importance to actually include all of this in the way we design our curriculums. As educators, we must research and read up more to understand even basic things like the brain has 3 levels. The bottom deals with instincts, the middle deals with emotions and long-term memory, and that is the reason why we have to create a happy and emotionally rich, safe environment for learning. In stress, you may have heard people say, "My mind went blank." That's the reason. And of course, the top that deals with intelligence, distinguishing the human race as unique. Understanding that the brain has 2 sides, the left dealing with logic, numbers, sequences and words, and the right dealing with rhythms, spatial images, music, and also understanding that healthy food makes our brains send messages faster. It's a whole world to explore to understand that our brain and its reactions can be learned from birth to the end of life. The number of connections the human brain can make still leaves this as an underexplored horizon with so much more to learn. As I explored and made my notes today, I found a very nice document on mental health and well-being, a perspective from the CBSE. Done so simply that it can be a great beginning for us to read, internalize and learn. Thank you all for the support, giving us the reason to find one more thing to talk about, to actually be the Sarathi who steers the chariot and keeps going on the path, in this case, more holistic and multifaceted education system and the wellness of the whole body, soul and mind. Mental well-being is a need. And like we said, it's a right. So perhaps good time for all of us to explore this topic and learn as much as we can about it. And of course, we always have the professionals around us, people like the counselors and the psychologists, people who are actually experts on the field. So start by reading and understanding a little bit more for your own self. And then, of course, the whole horizon is there for you to grow this very, very important aspect of human life. Thank you. Namaskar.
Square Panda.